Gotcha! Womp womp!
Find the star. Ring. Extinguish. So easy. Light. Get moving. Watch. Fine. For science. Excavate one. Steep. Let it pass.
It's a different blankets, so
it pass. Make it flow. Translate that. Jump through all.
Oh yeah.
For science. Time it. Positive results.
Why not?
Prune.
I win.
Balance.
Womp womp.
Strong. Ring. That's it. Light. Push it out. So ready. Extinguish. Yes! For science! The faster the better! Steep. Yeah! Line up. I got moves!
It's me.
Excavate one.
Take that.
Watch. Find.
You?
Let it pass.
womp.
Match.
Womp womp.
Build it. The faster the better. Extinguish. Yowza.
Womp womp.
Take a peek. What's not there? Match us.
It's me.
Ring.
Easy peasy.
For science. Find the star.
Womp womp.
Back to square one. Look at that.
Ah, 54.
Find the path.